Coming up on UCF Knightly News.
Many UCF students face the possibility of having to celebrate their 21st birthday in quarantine. Find out how you can make the most of your special day while staying safe.
The switch to online learning is presenting challenges for many students and faculty members. Learn how this transition is affecting professors with children.
Find out what UCF is doing for international students who can't return to their home countries.
UCF Knightly News starts now. Hi Knights, welcome to Nightly News. I'm Taylor Toole and today is Thursday, April 16th, 2020. Here's your Nightly News update.
A new University of Washington study released this month projects that COVID-19 related deaths in the state of Florida will reach its peak tomorrow. Researchers also project that Florida will have the second highest number of COVID-19 related deaths in the country by the end of this pandemic. Now let's take a look at today's coronavirus update. The Florida Department of Health released new numbers this morning that show Florida now has nearly 22,900 cases. Here's how those numbers break down locally. In Brevard County, there are 187 cases, an increase of 23 from yesterday. The number of hospitalizations ticks up to 41, and deaths stay put at 6. In Orange County, there have been 38 additional cases, raising the total number to 1,089. Orange County also sees another death and a double-digit increase in hospitalizations. In Osceola County, there is an increase of 14 cases, bringing the total to 367. Hospitalizations increased by 2, and deaths remain at 5. In Seminole County, the number of cases reached the 300 mark, a surge of 19 from yesterday. Total deaths stay the same, and hospitalizations grow by 3. And that is your coronavirus update. Now, here's UCF Nightly News' Taylor Toole.
UCF's new president, Dr. Andrew Cartwright, took the time on Tuesday to speak with student media. And with me, I've got Madison Little and Natalie Montalegre from UCF Knightly Latino to tell us all about it. Madison?
Hi, Taylor. Yeah, I asked Cartwright about the minority populations in Orlando compared to the places that he's lived and worked in the past, and asked him why he felt it was important to address these communities. So he told me that he started in Iowa, where the population wasn't very diverse and he didn't really have exposure to such an international diverse community. And once he moved to the University of Buffalo, he was exposed to this type of community, and he says it opened his eyes to what a diverse community should really look like. And he says he plans to bring that to UCF and implement it in the best way that he can. He also told me that having these populations on such a large campus is extremely important, and addressing them is equally as important because things get accomplished and new ideas come to the table when people from different backgrounds come together to try to resolve a specific issue or work on a certain project like COVID-19.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. Thank you so much, Madison. And Natalie, what about you?
Yeah, I asked him about his plans on helping exchange students or internationalizing plans during this crisis. He said that when he worked at Sony, there was a specific program where there was students that were able to engage in different countries virtually, and the courses taught in different parts of the world that came from projects and all that stuff where they can learn their culture and learn the diversity and everything. So he thinks that it might be a good idea if this ends up going virtually to embrace other countries during this.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Natalie, and thank you, Madison. And now we have UCF Nightly News reporter Easton Underdahl to tell us more about how coronavirus affects international students.
Some international students are worried that doors are closing on them and they'll have nowhere to live once they're asked to leave their on-campus residences at the end of this month.
Anushka Beast is a junior at UCF who lives in Towers. She says she applied for an extension, but that's ending at the end of this month.
Now I have my room till 28th, but I think the lockdown in India is going to get extended, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just waiting like to get another extension.
Shaku Singh is also a junior at UCF who's from India. She says UCF should be doing more to help international students who don't have family nearby.
I think they should just make it a lot more easier on international students. If you think about it rationally, we shouldn't have to file for extensions just because we have nowhere to go.
Bisht is the president of the Planning Council at Global UCF and says they will be hosting a video chat on House Party later this month. There they will connect with other international students and make sure everyone is safe.
Bisht also told me that UCF has stopped all mail, cleaning, and maintenance services for their on-campus residences. In Orlando, I'm Easton Underdahl, UCF Knightly News.
As the COVID-19 pandemic persists, the stock market continues to rapidly change.
Last Thursday, the Federal Reserve announced a $2.3 trillion lending program which helped stabilize the stock market. However, due to travel restrictions placed by the U.S. government, shares in airlines and cruise lines continue to drop. One UCF economics student, Shane Marshall, decided to take advantage of the lowering prices and purchase shares in airline JetBlue.
So I bought around $500 of JetBlue stock when they're about $7 a share. And they're going back up slowly now. They're at $9, but I expect them to go up to $20 within a year.
Marshall says he got the idea to start investing from his macroeconomics professor. Marshall says that he hopes to flip his stocks in JetBlue sometime next year when the market is expected to fully recover.
Today, investing in the stock market is easy. All you need to do nowadays is download an app on your phone, and in minutes you can start buying and selling stocks from anywhere. In Orlando, Stephen Parchment, UCF Nightly News.
If you had pre-pandemic plans to fly with either United or Delta, listen up. United Airlines website says those who have bought tickets from them now have 2 years from the date of purchase to book a new flight. Customers will also have an additional 11 months to travel using that ticket. Delta is allowing flyers to change their flight for up to 2 years without penalty. However, Delta's website says this option is only for those with flights for April or May that were booked by April 3rd. Senior forensic science major Dylan Townsend says an airline he was supposed to fly with during this pandemic is not doing much for their customers compared to Delta and United Airlines.
I was supposed to go for a work conference before all this happened, and the airline actually didn't want to give me any credit or a refund or anything for that. So I think that Delta and United are doing something good to help people out.
Delta and United Airlines are currently working on updating their policies to show this new 2-year ticket option and are thanking everyone for being patient. In Orlando, Jenna Ehrlich, UCF Nightly News.
Looking to get groceries? Well, Publix is making sure you can shop there safely.
The grocery store chain has added a series of precautions in order to stop the spread of COVID-19. These include the installation of plexiglass barriers at checkouts, one-way travel indicators throughout the store aisles, and reminders to stay 6 feet apart. UCF student and Publix cashier Daniel Alvarez says even more could be done to ensure safety.
I know a lot of stores they're limiting the amount of customers that can enter the store. We haven't been doing that, but I would say it's a good idea because there's a lot of people.
Alvarez says that most shoppers follow the policy set by Publix, but capacity limits could help control crowds. Business experts say these limitations can be set by store managers. Publix has not announced a company-wide limit. You can find out more information about the COVID-19 safety policies at Publix.com. Reporting in Coral Springs, Florida, Peyton Maciejewski, UCF Nightly News.
One UCF alumna is offering classes to the elderly, teaching them how to use food delivery apps.
Kayla Lopes is the Director of Volunteer Services at a local retirement community. Although not a job requirement, Lopes offers monthly technology classes to her community. This month's class is How to Use Instacart, and class participants will learn how to get their groceries delivered to their doors.
A lot of them are not able to go to the grocery stores, so I've done some tech classes on Instacart, on the different delivery apps.
The Center for Disease Control says that the elderly are a vulnerable population to COVID-19 and urges them to socially isolate as much as possible. Many grocery stores, including Publix, Walmart, and Whole Foods, are following suit by offering hours exclusively for senior citizens.
Popular food delivery apps, including Instacart, make shopping safer for the elderly
But for some residents, including Judy Clark, a participant of Lopes' class, it also provides her with one more thing: freedom from grocery shopping.
I think I am going to, because I can't stand grocery shopping. And you can get a better perspective and look at so many more products.
For some residents, the experience using Instacart was a challenge. Lopes believes this is an opportunity to help bridge the technology gap between generations.
If you want to continue to thrive in the society, then you're going to have to keep learning.
In Orlando, Florida, Kayla Verano, UCF Nightly News.
Coronavirus concerns have affected the visitation requirements of most hospitals, including some local ones. Orlando Health spokesperson Amber Hastings says all patients are allowed only one visitor during their stay. This includes expectant mothers. She says the safety of patients is a top priority, and they will continue to provide high-level care for mothers and their babies despite coronavirus concerns. Being allowed only one visitor with them in the delivery room can take a toll on not only the soon-to-be mother, but the whole family. UCF alumna Sherry Miller Delaney says her daughter also graduated from UCF and is now expecting her first child. Delaney says the possibility of not being there for her daughter in the delivery room is stressful.
She's not going to know what to expect. And being her mom, I just want to be there and try to help and protect her and help guide her. And so it makes me sad that I'm probably not going to be able to.
Delaney says aside from her fears for her daughter, missing the birth of her first grandchild is upsetting too. Orlando health officials say the restrictions are set until further notice. In Orlando, Madison Little, UCF Nightly News.
Schools across the country are closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
The switch to remote learning is giving parents a taste of what it's like to be a homeschool teacher. But professors who already have a set of students to teach and kids at home are struggling to balance their responsibilities. Dr. Beatriz Reyes Foster says the line between home and work is completely blurred right now.
It's weird because the way in which work is happening right now, it's interrupted. Like, I work all the time, every day, but I have to stop what I'm doing to take care of other things.
When she's not grading her students' work or hosting a lecture, Reyes Foster says she's helping her kids do their homework or is taking care of her toddler.
But full-time childcare isn't just about teaching. Professors say they have to explore ways to entertain their kids at home and find space to make all of it happen.
Dr. Giovanna Pineda says one of the obstacles she has faced is organizing areas for her family to work and play.
It's been very stressful, a lot of adjustments and everything. We actually, this last week, it was just so uncomfortable, and I just canceled all my meetings last week with students so we could adjust the house, and it took a full week.
Pineda says her family now has separate areas where they can focus on work. She says her daughter uses the guest room as an art studio and the living room as a part-time karate studio.
Pineda says this is just one of the ways her family has adapted to the circumstances, and they're working together to make the best of it. In Hollywood, Florida, Monica Seeley, UCF Nightly News.
As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, UCF students are finishing their semester online, making a change in graduation plans.
With COVID-19 changing their day-to-day schedules, graduation is set to be done virtually. Some first-gen students say that working remotely already seemed like a step back because of the hard work they did to get into college and even graduate. Although graduation is still happening, first-gen students graduating this semester, like Aisha Khan, health sciences major, see not walking the stage as a letdown.
Graduation is really important to me and my family. Besides seeing me in a wedding gown, my family, they would also wanted to see me in a graduation gown as well.
As for the future, Khan says she's not going to let the coronavirus get in the way of getting her master's. In Crestview, Florida, Alexis Coleman, UCF Nightly News.
Today marks 1 month of remote learning for UCF students. With no official end date for quarantine in sight, students celebrating their birthdays in the next few months might be blowing out their candles alone. Clubs, bars, and restaurants in Orlando say they won't be hosting birthday celebrations or anyone anytime soon, leaving the question, how will college students celebrate their milestone 21st birthday?
I think missing my friends would be the biggest disappointment for my birthday, because I love them so much and I've been there for all of their birthdays and I want them to be there with me on mine.
Nursing student Jenna says her 21st birthday is on July 2nd. She's hoping quarantine will be over in time for her special day. If not, social media users are showing how to make the most of your birthday while still practicing social distancing. This is a video of freshman Camila Becerra celebrating her birthday on April 8th. Her friends celebrated with her by shouting happy birthday and playing music as they drove by her house. The video went viral on TikTok with more than 1 million views. Other social media users are posting similar videos of their own birthday festivities. Another way to spend time with your friends on your birthday is through video chat services like Zoom. Mayer says this is a tough time for everyone. She offers this advice to other students who have birthdays coming up in quarantine.
Please do not go out and have a huge party because you'll just be putting people in danger. I'm sorry that this is going on, but it's just the way that it is.
The CDC advises that everyone take part in social distancing and stay at home. Health experts say the more people who cooperate, the sooner we will all get through this and be able to blow out our candles face to face once again. In Hollywood, Florida, Lauren Margolis, UCF Nightly News.
New data warns of fraud on online dating apps. It's called catfishing. The scams involve a person creating a fake identity on social media accounts and exploiting victims for money or abuse.
The Federal Trade Commission reports that Americans lost $200 million in 2019 from romance scams. The data shows the amount of money lost due to online dating schemes has multiplied by 6 since 2015. Popular dating apps Tinder and Bumble report a spike in app use in cities hit hardest by the coronavirus outbreak. Investigative dating service Social Catfish says romance scams are bound to increase as more people under strict lockdowns turn to online dating during the COVID-19 pandemic. The FTC urges online daters to look for signs of romance scams, like moving too fast in a relationship and asking for money. In Melbourne, Florida, Katie Sivko, UCF Nightly News.
Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. It is currently 68 degrees outside with a 60% chance of rain. You can expect it to be cloudy with a small breeze, so don't forget to grab a rain jacket if you go outside today. Tonight, it'll be a low around 64 degrees. It will be partly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain showers. Tomorrow, we will see warmer temperatures with a high around 81 degrees and a low of 70 degrees. There's a 30% chance of rain, so keep that rain jacket handy just to be safe. Stay tuned for your nightly news sports update.
With travel bans and stay-at-home orders in place, some college coaches are moving online to get the job done. College football programs around the nation are employing the use of Zoom, FaceTime, and other video chat apps in order to reach recruits. UCF coach Josh Heupel is using this time to keep in touch with both his current players and the recruits expected to join the team come fall. In a video conference last week, Heupel shared the importance of staying connected with his players during quarantine.
For me here, over the last 10 to 14 days, I've really tried to contact each of our players individually by phone. I wanted to check in on their real living situation, how their families were doing. Everyone's, being affected by this in different ways.
Heupel says that he is not currently focused on the spring game or when the season may start, but rather about controlling what he can control. In Orlando, Brendan Schaefer, UCF Nightly News.
A social media post by UCF football showed an adorable picture of Coach Heupel's daughter. The post explains that Coach Heupel's daughter, Hannah, is sewing masks like this for people in need. Some masks donning a UCF logo and showing UCF pride. Others commenting on the post that they too are making masks.
In Orlando, Natalie Montalegre, UCF Nightly News.
That's our time for today, but thanks for tuning in. Remember, you can always keep up with us on our YouTube channel, UCF Nightly News, where we upload weekly. And if you ever have a story idea you'd like to send our way, you can always email it to us at nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.